What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about my team and how to set up your team and what you should be looking for when you set up your team. So I actually have 97 diamonds. If you're not familiar with my content, I have all of the collections done and I have all of the team epics done. So I have Fergie, I have Clayton Kershaw, Bob Feller, Vita Blue, and I'll kind of talk to you guys about which one of these diamonds I like, because the question I get a lot of the time is, what should I do with 60,000 stubs? What should I do with 100,000 stubs? You can see my starting pitchers that I like over here: Kershaw, Vita Blue, well, really Kershaw, Sale. This Oliver Perez is super nice because the stats you want to look for are H per 9, K per 9, break, and velocity. His velocity isn't up there like a long ways, but his fastball is still fast. He's one of the best pitchers in the game. I think he goes for like 20,000 stubs, so make sure that you pick him up because he's really solid. I go with Vita Blue and Madison Bumgarner. Some other options. Bob Feller kind of reminds me of Nolan Ryan a little bit. Just he doesn't have the changeup that you would like, but he does throw hard. This Greinke is pretty accurate, but there's just not a lot of difference between his changeup and his fastball. It's only a couple miles per hour difference. Corey Kluber, he's all right. The Scherzer is all right. I've heard people like the Dallas Keuchel. This Nolan Ryan seems like he'd be pretty good too. The only problem is he doesn't have a slider. It'd be kind of like Vita Blue as well. Huge velocity. I might give him a shot soon, to be honest with you, because he's got good velocity and good break, and he's got amazing H per 9 and K per 9. It's going to make their PCI really small when you go against them. CC Sabathia is great. Strasburg's pretty good. Arrieta's good. Lester's not bad. Who else was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about Thor, wherever he is. Thor's pretty good too. His H per 9 is a little low for me, but he's really good. Obviously, he throws really hard. So let's talk about relief pitchers, and then we're going to talk about lineup and bench, and like how to set that all up, regardless of what cards you have. Just like what you kind of need to be looking for when you set a lineup. So I got Miller. I picked up Chris Medlin from the ticket store. I'm hoping. I think the ticket store regenerates here in like 15 minutes. So I'm hoping to like maybe pick up a card from that, and maybe discover a card, because I haven't discovered any cards yet in the game to get my name in the game. But I go with Miller. I don't really use this Medlin. I understand why people would, because you can get him out of the ticket store, and he's got good stamina, so he can be your long reliever. I just don't really, I don't have a need for him. But any of those cards you can get out of the ticket store with tickets that are diamonds are definitely kind of interesting and worth doing. And you can help build up your squad that way. So as far as bullpen goes, I always go with 4 lefties and 3 righties. And most of them will be closing pitchers outside of Miller. Best reliever, Kenley. Chapman and Betances are both nasty. Kelvin Herrera, I swear, dude, he plays up like every single day. And they actually gave him too many pitches in the game. Like, he does not throw a curveball anymore. He does not. Pretty much what Kelvin throws is a fastball and a changeup, and very rarely he throws a slider. But they have him with 5 pitches in the game. I think maybe they gave him a 2-seam fastball for some reason. He never really throws a 2-seam fastball, and he never throws a curveball. But hey, you got him in the game. I think he goes for like 10 to 12,000 stubs, and if you get him, you can pretty much get the Lorenzo Cain team epic done, and you'll get a Joakim Soria as well with the big curveball. But I love pitching with this card. He's got a changeup like as soon as it just drops off. Like, you can, when I stream and start putting out gameplays, you guys will be able to see him more. But last night I played a couple of games of ranked, and you know, he pitched 3 innings for me. So I love Kelvin Herrera. Britton's just great versus left. Wagner's great versus left, and Miller I kind of bring in long relief situations, just kind of like how Terry Francona does. Miller's just really accurate, and he's got good per nines and all that. Obviously, he's going to be like really good for lefties, high and inside fastballs, and low and away sliders. But I just think he's really accurate. He just feels accurate when I use him. Just make sure you keep it out of the middle of the plate and hit the corners with them, and use his accuracy to your advantage. Francisco Rodriguez isn't terrible. Kimbrel and Wade Davis are very similar. They're like a lot better in real life than they are in the game because they only go fastball, curveball. Really, the best pitches are sinkers, fastballs, sliders, and changeups. I actually use curveballs more than most, though. Especially, I think Kershaw's curveballs are. I mean, if you pay attention to a lot of baseball, you know that Kershaw's curveball is ridiculous. It is in the game too. I think it can be hard to hit with a small PCI if you know how to place it right. And also right now, kind of a problem is if like I go on stream with all lefts, someone could definitely put an all right lineup in and snipe me, which would be kind of a problem. But it is what it is, you know. Like I like pitching with lefties more. I don't know what it is. So I might try to get a right-handed pitcher in my starting pitching. But yeah, basically in your bullpen though, you want to have 4 lefties and you want to have 3 righties if you can. If you can make this pin, that's good. If you can't, it's alright too. So here's some other guys that are really good. They're like, because what I did was I was able to get rid of like all my excess cards, so now my stuff loads pretty fast. Tony Watson's excellent player, not expensive, easily could be in my bullpen. I'd have no problem putting him in there. Raziel Iglesias, excellent as well. Both these guys have sinkers, and they're both very good. I love Osuna in the game as well. I'm a big fan of Osuna. I love his changeup. Like those changeups are a brutal pitch. Like if you're looking for it, you can smash a changeup. But if you're not looking changeup, it'll look like a fastball and then just drops off and it just gets you a ton of ground balls when you throw them low. So I like Osuna a lot too. Out of these pitchers, Glenn Perkins, I think he's kind of like the budget option of Andrew Miller. And I think he's very good left on left. I wouldn't like. You don't want to probably pitch him to right-handed players that are like really amazing with the game on the line. Let's talk about catcher here, and let's just start talking about the lineup, which is the main thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. When I build my team, I really look for. I want you to have all of these 3 things to start. I want you to have the ability to hit, I want you to have the ability to field, and that includes your arm, and I want you to have speed. And if you have all of those things, which is pretty much a 5 tool, you know, contact, power, if you have all those things, then I will play you. And that it's just so important to have good defense, good speed, and then be able to hit as well. Like that makes it so that you're really not giving up any runs, and then when you are on the base paths, you're scoring runs without having to hit it over the fence, and then having the ability to hit it over the fence is nice. So let me turn off my notifications real quick. All right, so let me go through these guys right here, and I can tell you guys kind of like why these guys fit the mold of what I'm looking for, and then I'm also going to talk to you guys about how to build up your bench. So I'm going to look at this screen while we do it for a little bit. Now, that breakout Goldschmidt is basically the perfect first baseman in my opinion. Actually, let's go back to the lineup so we can look at different guys' stats. I just want to have some kind of order that I talk about it in. How you guys doing? Thank you guys so much for the support on my recent video. That it was fun to make. It was all good fun. I'm glad a lot of people enjoyed the Team Epic video, so I wanted to get another video out for you guys. And I am going to be streaming a lot more. coming up soon, because now that I don't have the Team Epics to grind, I'm going to be streaming a ton of ranked seasons, because I've got to get these Griffey missions done, and so I'm going to bring you guys that, and I'm going to bring you guys gameplays and all that. I already do have a home run with him and a couple RBIs. So he is kind of the oddball in this lineup, because traditionally I wouldn't put him in there, but I have to for the grind. So let's go back to, we'll just start with Paul Goldschmidt. So he's got 90 plus power, he's got great contact, he's got 55 vision, which is anything like 55 plus is pretty good. He's got 88 fielding, and he has 68 speed. So in arm strength, where you like it better, like do you like maybe having like Hosmer's arm strength or something like that? He's basically just, he covers all the bases. He hit for contact, he can hit for power, he has good enough vision, he has great fielding, and 68 speed's good. Like 68 speed for a first baseman is pretty good. He's as fast as Corey Seager, and so that's why I like to use Paul Goldschmidt. Then Corey Seager comes in at second base. You can see that secondary position of second base, so he definitely can play there. I think he's probably the best defensive second baseman in the game out of everybody I've used. And just he's got he's also got the cheesiest swing in the game. It's the easiest swing to time. It's what a lot of people use their created swing as. This is what Cardinal uses his created swing as. It's a very popular created swing, and he covers all the bases again. Can hit for, especially sometimes I will bring in a pinch hitter, and I'll show you guys who that would be for him. But most of the time, I'll just leave him in. When he gets inside edge on the other side, he's really good. So he's got the contact versus right, the power versus right. He's got good enough vision. He's got great fielding, and he's got 68 speed, so he's fast. That 68 speed, it's a little tougher online than it is versus a computer to steal bases for whatever reason. I haven't been getting the same breaks that I have versus a computer. And to steal, you know, you just hit L2 and then hold L1, so your guy gets like a perfect break. But I don't know, I haven't been getting the same breaks online that I have like versus a computer for whatever reason. But still, when you have 68 speed with Seager or Goldschmidt, you put that ball in the gap, you're going to be able to score. You need to tag up, you're going to be able to score. Like, I don't really like playing guys with like 20 to 30 speed or under, or even 40 or 50 speed. It's kind of pushing it. Like, I want you to be close to 60 speed so you can be athletic enough to do what we need you to do. And that's kind of what I mean when you guys are building your team. Like, look for these guys like Eric Hosmer's of the world, you know, play some speed guys that have good defense, because, and you know, you still want power and stuff, because power can win you games, but you want to make sure that you have as many of those as covered. You don't want to have an outfield where people can just hit it to the outfield and your guys can't get to the ball, or you don't want to have a defense that's so bad that like people are getting cheap hits and you can't get outs. And that's just my opinion. You want to build the most five-tool team as possible. And so Andre Dawson is about the perfect example of a five-tool player in this game. You know, unbelievable hitting, unbelievable fielding, unbelievable speed. That's pretty much all that needs to be said there. George Brett is kind of the one guy that doesn't fit every criteria, but he seems to be better at fielding for me than David Wright. I think the David Wright Team Epic is an unbelievable card, but for some reason he gets, like, balls just get, ground balls go to third base and just eats them up for some reason. I don't understand why. So I go with George Brett here, and plus like the Kansas City connection, like I gotta have him in there. He only has 58 speed, but so it's kind of slow, but he does have like great hitting stats, so I do like George Brett. At shortstop, I go with Cal Ripken, 92, 98, 83, 99, 90 fielding, 94 arm strength, 90, and he only has 51 speed. And this was what was debatable for me. So far, he's been pretty good. I do like his swing animation. It's definitely different than last year's swing. And I think well, I'm gonna do a video soon on like what to put in your captain to make your creative player like amazing. But I think the captain, or the creative player, the cap, should play catcher, should play at shortstop, or probably like center field, or wherever you need him. You know, if you have a hole, everyone's team's like a little bit different, so play him where you need him. But I play him at catcher right now. Just after I got Ripken. If I didn't have Ripken, I definitely would be playing him at shortstop, and I would figure out another catcher. Catcher's tough, man. Like, but there was one card that came out in the ticket store very recently. This Diamond Victor Martinez. A lot of people have been playing him at first, but you know, like I just, here's what I think. Like, they made the blocking like way better, and I just don't think you need like a super amazing catcher defensively as much as you might think. I think shortstop's more important because he's going to be making a lot of plays and throwing out fast people, but I am putting my guy at catcher for now, which is what most people will end up doing, is having him at catcher, because they're just there isn't a lot of great catchers in the game. I think that Buster Posey flashback Buster Posey with the 99 power on the left, like both sides left, is really nice. That's a card I'd like to get, as well as probably like Phil Necro to give him a try. But Posada's nice. Lucroy's not bad. You know, 54 speed's not bad. Good vision, good enough defense and all that. This Soto isn't terrible from Conquest. I kind of like this Dale Murphy rookie low-key, because look at that speed at 79 speed. He's really fast, and he's got a good arm. It's kind of some more budget options. Gary Sanchez has a lot of power as well. So those are some things to consider. I love Jorge's hitting. I really do. He'll win you a lot of games with his hitting, but he's just so slow. So I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of like I said. If you don't have one of the qualities, then it's tough for you to make the starting lineup. And you'll see what I mean here when we look at the bench. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bench. I have 99 Ted. I have Miggy on the bench. I have Ernie Banks on the bench, and Ernie will come in for Seager if I just want to get a right on left matchup late in the game, like we need something. But basically, how you want to build your bench is you want a guy that can just absolutely smash one side of the ball. So when Ted loads up, he just absolutely kills right-handed pitching, 99, 99, 99. And Miggy, he kills left-handed pitching, 99, 99, 79. And so both of these guys, you want to definitely have a guy that mashes right-handed pitching, a guy that mashes left-handed pitching. And really, both these guys are nice that they can hit from both sides, but I would consider Ernie Banks the guy that can hit from both sides for me. So you have a guy that can mash left, a guy that can mash right, a guy to run for the guy that you pinch hit, because every game you're going to pinch hit. Every game with Diamond Dynasty, you're almost always going to pinch hit unless you throw a complete game, which is just not going to happen very often, that you're going to be able to throw a complete game in Diamond Dynasty. So you definitely want to make sure you have a pinch hitter that can hit right-handed pitching, a pinch hitter that can hit left-handed pitching. And then what's nice about Brock and Kane is they're both fast. So I got two pinch runners. And then Kane can hit left-handed pitching, and Brock can hit right-handed pitching. And then Banks can hit either. So that's kind of how you always want to make sure you have a pinch runner. It's really important to make sure you have a pinch runner. I'd recommend Lou Brock be on everybody's team as that pinch runner. Lorenzo Cain's really nice to have too. Just smash left-handed pitching as a pinch hitter, and then he's really, really fast once he gets on, so you don't have to put somebody else in for him to pinch run or anything. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much this video. I'm gonna wrap this video up now. Be sure to look for more streams in the future. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, and gameplays are gonna happen. I had some people ask me about gameplays. Gameplays are definitely gonna happen. I just haven't had, when I'm playing the computer, it's just not, I can't really make a gameplay out of that. But you guys gave me a bunch of support on my gameplay earlier, and I always support the streams. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you out a little bit. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, and thank you guys for watching Movie Gaming TV. Peace.